What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this album called 10 out of 10 from Japreme, Magnetic, and Pacis. Now, these two are coming out of DC, and Japreme actually made my top 10 indie list back in 2015 with his album called The Richest Man in the Cemetery. That one is just a very grimy, street rap driven project with heavy boom bap production, so if that's your style, you definitely want to check that shit out because it has some very solid tracks on it. But where this project is such a short and concise one at about 20 minutes long, this isn't going to be the longest review because there really is only so much to be said about a short project. In spite of that, I really love the production on here, most of which is handled by Baines, because you are getting more of that gritty sample-based shit, much like you got on Japreme's last project that I just mentioned. So I want to call out some of the ones that I liked, because there's lots of heavy drums and amazing samples happening here. On the song Graphic, you're getting these very wild horns, so this one has a bit of a upbeat feel to it. Thought that was a very good track. You're getting soulful vocals on Match Me, very smooth track. And then with the song called Chrome Berettas, you're getting this blend of woodwinds and pianos. It just reminds me of like an old TV theme or something like that. I can't place that sample, but it sounds familiar to me. But these are some of my favorite beats on the project. Another favorite has got to be the intro track, My First Piece. This one has a very jangly boom bap feel to it, so I love the percussion on this. And this one just has a very raw feel to it. I actually really like as well how Japreme is rapping about how he got his first piece, and also a little bit about his hustling past. That's really what you're in for mostly with this project. There's a lot of street narrative, a little bit of street wisdom sprinkled in as well, but you're not really going to get anything that's too in-depth or strong content-wise. I'd actually say that's one of the weakest things about this project, and I will talk about that a little bit later. But to get back to these street stories, on the song Endurance, Pacis is taking trips with blocks and bricks. This beat was kind of jumbly to me as far as the drums go, so it wasn't my favorite beat on here, but it was still a pretty solid track. And then on the song Ricochet, Japreme is actually referencing when Killa Cam got shot back in his Lambo. There are these little instances that will stick out and stick with you, but for the most part, this project is missing something to really set it apart. I've even got to mention on Ricochet how you're getting these very drowsy flows, so this track can get old quite quickly. For the most part, though, I would say the flows and vocal performances are solid throughout. Japreme is a little bit more polished than Pacis, but he still has some good bars on here as well. I'm just saying more focused storytelling and content would go a long way here. From the little bit that you do get, it seems very clear that these two have a lot to say and they've been through a lot of things, but they don't really flesh all these ideas out, and they often resort to some simple filler bars. Usually about pussy, I heard that come up a bunch of times. A lot of stuff about guns, like on rhyme work, a little bit of crime here and there. You know how it goes, man. Just nothing that's overly in-depth or overly unique, so that does take away from this project a bit. Regardless though, the shit sounds good for what it is. You are getting some quality street rap here with a very nice production, so if that's what you like, you want to peep this one. And I'm going to go with a 3 out of 5. I think I pretty much covered everything that I didn't like about this, or little places where they could improve, mostly to do with the content and just bringing lyrics and songwriting that are more memorable. But sonically, this shit is pretty dope, man. If you like boom bap rap, you're going to love these beats. To me, this is some of the best sample-based work that I've heard on any indie project, so you know what? Just check this one out, man. It's very short and concise. They're kind of scraping the surface as far as the content goes, but it's still worth your time, and a 3 out of 5 feels fair to me. But that's just what I got to say about this one. You guys can check it out for yourself and then hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts. And of course, man, make sure you check me out on all my social media sites so you can show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.